next month.
The 4th
Tuesday,
Tuesday at 7 p.m.
yeah,
Where?
of every month.
here.
It's going to be here?
Unless they change it. I left halfway through the meeting. I was pissed.
So the 26th, March 26th.
26.
Yeah. It's $1,900. Anything else on that? Moving on, Planning Commission.
Didn't meet.
So,
I did get a question from Jim Hockenberry. I guess Dave Jones and John Madden were supposed to read a note that was supposed to be placed on the plan, and that's why he isn't here tonight. Because I didn't know anything, and
Yeah, but like you want to see the plan brought to us again, so we can confirm that there's no artwork on the plans before they go to supervisor.
That was the action item.
alright. So that covers all the plans.
So, were we done planning? You have to leave the plan?
No, we ain't done with it.
Very good.
What, do you have something to say, John?
I'll wait till you're done with all the planning commission items.
Alright, so with that, we did at the last meeting request for letters of interest, in which we did receive all 3 of Donna's letters. Read all 3 of them, they all looked identical. And also we have Andy Bucks. But realizing that we only stated at the meeting here, we didn't actually put it out for the entire public to be aware of it, and trying to do things more copacetically, of that my recommendations would be is to table that and actually run an ad to publicly announce it instead of just the 20 people that are at the meeting for any open for the positions, which would also allow for because at the last meeting it was requested for Tim to submit a letter of interest for if he's still interested in being on that position to submit.
so
That would be my suggestion.
you wanna advertise this position
Yeah.
for how many weeks?
I need paperwork.
2 weeks, because that'll come back to, the solicitor will be here 2 days after that ad's over.
Okay. So would someone make that motion, please?
I would make that motion.
Okay,
I'll second that.
okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Nays? So moved. Roadmaster.
Hold on. We're on the planning
Oh,
commission.
sorry, Johnny. Almost forgot.
So, I am going to resign from office.
Bring that up,
on the
because
planning
it's not
commission.
on.
I have thought about this a while, and I think that I can do more for this township and other places than being on the planning commission. We have put our heads out, we have talked to people, we heard them. But I believe I can do other things better in this township than being on the planning commission. So I am going to resign.
Sorry to hear that, John.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I have a similar sentiment. I'm not about to write a letter for a job that I've held for 28 years of volunteer service. And as of recently, I have put hundreds of hours into research and trying to arrive at points of interest that might be helpful in making decisions. And what do you call it? Propping up the sentiments of the residents. And I have ultimately come to the conclusion that I am ineffective. And as such, just like my term expiring, I reported in January that at our reorganization meeting, an anomaly occurred. And you can audit that record book of the planning commission back 25 years, and the terms that I said expired this year expired. And as a self-governing body, we asked each other, hey, you coming back next year? You coming back next year? Okay, fine. You know, I am not challenging your process here. I'm saying that I'm not trying to pull anything. I informed 5 other members of the planning commission that their terms expire. Then you have to have a letter if you want to be back on it. So, I just sort of wanted to get that out. And I know the sentiment towards me is one of, boy, we'll go ahead to get rid of him. Shall I vacate the seat of judge of elections as well? Have I soured the favor of the board that much? The township, I can go away and be happy in my garden. Because this, my time at the township, except for sewage enforcement officer, code enforcement officer when I was a supervisor, has been voluntary. And I have the opinion that the process and the decisions have been outsourced, have been contracted out, that our work and word and ideas, no marketplace of ideas any longer. We have professional people to guide us through the pylons now, and I can compete with professional credentials, or an attorney for that matter. We're looking for a letter to the Dirty Bookstore about an RV. It took him 1 day to write a 2-page letter to me that pretty much he could have put on a Post-it note, and like all the other communiques to me over the last 7 months, could have been very clear and recognizable to me. He could have said, all right, go to hell. I'm not, there's no reprisal, there's no animosity here, but the fact that we don't talk, that our relationship is adversarial constantly, is too much. And I am going to relieve you of me. So it's been a privilege to serve, and I'm just going to relinquish my position on the planning commission and give me the word. You can find another judge of elections. Yes? No?
I
No,
don't,
we want to keep you on judge of elections, Tim. I mean, I'm sorry that you feel the way you do, but you mentioned someone with credentials to come in and help you through the pylons. You asked for that.
We asked for specific engineering disciplines.
Well, and that's,
We got the county's professional engineer. We needed electrical disciplines. We were looking for some mechanical people, and maybe a health and safety person for some specific questions that had remained open here in the forum.
well, you asked for an engineer at one specific time. You thought that it would be good for us to have an engineer.
And it wasn't planning commission. It wasn't Tim Albright. It was the commission.
Okay, but you were representing the planning commission, and you asked us, and you mentioned that you thought that maybe we should have an engineer take a look at the plan. So we got an engineer on board, and it worked out well, okay? But now, the planning commission don't like the way the engineer is doing it. He's looking at the plan before you get the plan, he gets the plan. He looks at the plan, he sees what's wrong with it, he sends you an outline of the problems with the plan. Now you have your meeting, you can go into your meeting more prepared for that plan. And I think it's the engineer is a great thing, a great tool for the.
It is streamlined, and pretty much the planning commission is a clearinghouse for their collaboration. The professional engineer and the solicitor, who already has the answer
But-
before it ever gets to our measly table.
But,
The dates prove that. And I'm not gonna get into a contest about this because it's all water over the dam now. And thank you, for your attention.
So, to clarify, you're resigning from the planning commission also?
Now, I'm not writing a letter.
Just for clarification of the,
You're firing me.
I am not firing anyone.
You made the condition, your word is it.
So, clarification of what you just stated, you're resigning from the planning commission also? Yes or no? I just want to make sure I understand the term, all the words that you just stated in the last 3 minutes, as that or not. I want clarification, and that's what I'm asking
Think
for.
about what I said.
That's why I'm asking you, Tim. Personally, I hate to see anyone leaving any positions because A, to try and find anybody to volunteer this day and age, period, is a very hard thing to do. Let alone doing the types of work that the planning commission does. So personally, I hate seeing Johnny go, and at the same point in time, if you're resigning, and if that's what you just stated, that's my interpretation of what you said, then I personally hate to see that you're leaving also.
Thank you.
Now I got a question. It's for John and Charlie. John,
Yes,
if Tim is reinstated, will you stay?
no.
Because your experience and his experience,
About 50
you put all those years together. We're not gonna find it anywhere in both of these townships.
Dave, I've been on almost 20 years.
But that,
I've been on almost 20 years. Started as secretary and went to the vice chair. I am gonna resign.
so you're,
I
that,
will be at every meeting and every supervisor meeting. I still want to be a voice, and I believe I can do it in other ways than being on the planning commission.
okay. I hate to see you go.
Anything else for the planning commission? Moving on to roadmaster.
yeah, no, it's not on the agenda, you should have that.
You're gonna go check. Okay. Nancy's gonna go check the bid on the truck. See, they sent the
Any
email.
other new
It
business?
did say in the ad that you were gonna make a decision tonight, so she does need to check.
Yes. That's why we set the time for 6:30, but there's still lots of bidding happening, obviously, back and forth.
$2,200 in the last, since 6:30. Yeah, good.
Any new business?
Yeah, that, truck that's down at Nos's.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
getting repaired. It's coming back, he's getting the material to make the repair, so we can use the truck until he gets the material to make the repair.
It's truck to the bed corrosion.
That's number 2, correct?
Yeah.
2017.
I don't remember years.
What happened? The bed's
The
correct.
aluminum
They
bed.
put a steel plate on the aluminum bed. It's not like the stainless steel ones where they roll the steel up the sides and weld it.
So we'll just hold a moment until Nancy gets back.
You'll be glad to know that the farmers plant the field on top of the hill this year.
Where's the plant at?
Yeah. There's nothing gonna happen anytime soon.
Supply chain issues. China's economy is crashing, and they raw materials to Vietnam, Philippines.
The auction is ended, $40,100.
Say who the bidder was?
No, I have not printed that off yet. So,
Wow.
need to make a motion to accept or reject the bid.
I have no idea what, have to have it priced out.
Well, I made a recommendation whenever you guys put it up, and I said it was gonna sell for around $30,000. It sold for
And
$40,000.
I said 40, and I'll make a motion that we accept the bid.
I think that's a fair deal for a 9-year-old truck.
I think we should have held out 10,000 for it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
and then you might lose 10,000, you know what I mean?
Somebody gonna second that?
Need a second?
so our,
I'll second it.
Or do you want to keep it and try to sell it? You thought you go for 50, didn't you?
Yeah. 40,000 is okay.
alright, so I have a first and a second to accept the 40,100 bid.
I second
All in favor, say aye.
it. Aye.
Opposed? So moved. With that, need to make a motion for somebody to sign off on,
That's the chairman, because
okay,
that's what you do as chairman.
okay, just wanted to make sure we're covered.
Yes, you'll have to contact the bidder and we'll discuss all that.
Alright. While you were over there in the new business, we stated that truck 2 coming back from Nausus, he's getting material because of the corrosion on the aluminum bed.
Okay.
You'll hear that later. Alright, old business. The alternative energy ordinance,
It's a long way off.
you got all the
I've gotten about 6 comments, the ones I've
comments from
emailed.
6 different people.
6 different people, yes, and I have forwarded the ones I've gotten in the email. I have to scan the other ones and send them to Dave, which I will do tomorrow.
Alright. Forestry one is just something for us to look
Doesn't the
over.
planning commission have to look at that forestry ordinance?
No.
No?
Subdivision, zoning, I mean, you can get their opinion if you want, but the zoning and the subdivision, land development ordinance is what they are tasked with.
Website, until Maggie's working on the bills and
The website, Maggie has some issues, personal issues, and death in family. So, she's supposed to be getting with me in March, the end of March. And we got the code books to scan, but I wanna make sure they're right before we scan them and put them in, so they get the right information they want. So that's part of the holdup.
no.
And I just don't want to elaborate because it's personal stuff, so I just know that her grandmother or somebody died.
Adult bookstore, you have any idea if
Nothing?
Dana,
I'm not the solicitor, so I can't answer that question. I've been asking for months if he's gonna send it out. It's your solicitor, not mine.
Well, I see the cover's been taken off, and I'll tell you what, every weekend that place is booked full from side to side and back.
I don't know how they get them all in there.
Did you stop down yet, Abe, and check it out?
No, I haven't yet. When I do, I'll take you
Dr.
along.
Tom was there.
Dr. Tom?
Dr. Tom was there. I was in the diner with my wife, and Dr. Tom came in and he said, I just come from the bookstore. He said, I wanted to stop and see what all the cars were about. He said, I walked in the door and there's nobody there. And he said, there can't be that much more space in that back room. He said, because the storefront. Oh, he was laughing.
So, alright, that's it for old business, we're adjourned.